Jeep Talk.
Here we are with Jeep Talk.
Jeep Talk.
Another
Now,
Jeep Talk.
today we're going to review a product. Bud?
I'm pretty heavy with the liquor and you can't really taste it. So I'm a little more buzzed than usual.
I'm the same amount as buzzed. It's a buzzed. Today on Jeep Talk.
Jeep Talk?
Jeep Talk.
Jeep Talk.
We're going to be talking about a product that I personally have a lot of faith in. I think you probably have a lot of faith in it.
I have a lot
too.
of faith in them because of what I've seen.
We're going to talk about method. And specifically, oh, this thing is too close. The Method. We have opinions. Method Trail Series wheel. All right. These are the 701s. These are the OG ones that Method came out with. I want to say maybe a year ago they came out with it. This is the Trail Series, and this was the first one that they made. You can buy this kind of designer wheel from Method in a couple different styles now, different bolt patterns, different widths, and stuff like that. But they're meant to party, all right? They're not a bead lock, then they're not a traditional wheel. What they instead have is, if you look in here on the beads, that's the outer right there you can see, and this is the inner one. They look identical, but what that does is this provides, doesn't look like much, but this does help hold a tire on a bead when you're aired down. So that's actually a patent thing by Method. We've played with it. I've played with it pretty profusely because I have these wheels. This is a wheel from my Jeep. We'll get into that in a minute. But we've played with this quite a bit. I've been continuously, each time I go out, I'll drop 2 PSI just to see what happens. And last time I went out, I was down to 10 PSI on a trail that definitely could have dismounted a bead. And they held together just fine. I had no fear between, and these are a pain to mount. Matt will testify, putting these together is
They
a
suck.
pain.
Setting the bead on these things is just such a fucking pain in the ass because of that. Because of this ridge
to get it there,
that grabs
both
onto the
ridges there.
wheel.
Yeah.
So this slides, obviously the tire slides and sits right up in here. So the bead obviously sits here, but then there's also a piece of the rubber that sits on top of here that I'll insert a picture. Jonathan will insert a picture
Of that, yeah.
of what happened
So,
to this wheel. Not this specific one.
This one was involved in said occurrence. You can see it's a bit dinged up. The other wheel, which was on the back of the Jeep, is more dinged up. So I have the picture of said wheel, which we'll insert here. But these wheels got hit really hard. This one got hit the least amount. This was the front one. This didn't take too bad of a hit. The rear one, though, broke. And looking at it's amazing, because if you look at the picture and actually see what broke, a big chunk of the bead of the tire broke on the outer. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
On the outer bead broke. Like a good chunk of it was split in. This was cracked. It was a very impressive hit.
This piece was ripped back. So the only thing holding the tire on was this ridge.
So my Jeep sat at a shop for 3 months with the same tires I got on it now and held air. So not only did, after being just rammed into by a car, breaking the wheel, it held air. Now that was my first, I didn't get to play with the wheels much because I just gotten the wheels and the Jeep. So I didn't get to play with airing them down or anything like that. But after that I was very confident they could hold air.
Yeah.
Very confident. That's why I've just kept dropping pressure. We went down and said to 10 PSI this weekend, and if you really look closely at our last video, you can see the tire deforming around stuff, which is super awesome, but I have a lot of faith in this, and there's a couple other. These are still relatively new. As I said, this is the OG one. There's a couple different styles, but these are still kind of a new design out there, and this is only a Method thing you can get from them. But there's a couple people, and Matt and I love the show Dirt Every Day with Fred Williams and Dave Chappelle. Yep. Love you guys.
Phenomenal. You guys are awesome. If you see us, hey, hit us up.
I met you in Moab once at Easter Jeeps for 4 years ago, but
I never met you. I'd like to.
You probably forgot. But they ran these on a couple things. The Avalanche, the YJ. There's been a couple vehicles they ran this on. And they got great things to say too, and they wheel a lot harder than us. So, Method Trail Series wheels.
Phenomenal.
10
out of 10.
10 out of 10. These are a good purchase. And for the money too, they're really not that much money for an alloy wheel.
So if I can get them in the color I want, and the offset I want.
They have them in blue now.
I don't want.
I'm just saying.
We are the Red Wrangler gang, Jonathan. I want them in bronze. So
and they have a couple different styles too.
Bronze, and if I can get them in the right offset, these are probably my next set of wheels because I got a cheap set of Pro Comp wheels on there.
Series vintage. Method, you don't have to pay us, but we like your stuff. We really do. So
yeah, Phenomenal review. These are definitely probably one of the best wheels I've ever seen that was not a beadlock. I've, spotting Jonathan this past weekend on Plane Crash, we
took every hard possible line through there, and I jabbed those wheels into things just to see what would happen.
And there was definitely some times where I kind of was shocked, like, oh, you got to back off, but you didn't have to because it just grabbed and held, and you didn't pop a bead once.
Phenomenal wheel. So we're gonna do more videos like this, more product reviews, going down the line of things we like and things we dislike. And we're gonna be honest with you,
There's no reason not to be.
So anyway, if you liked it, subscribe. We have our Instagram page. We're cooking with gas here. Hopefully we can get a follower or two, more than like 5. But to you 5, and I know 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. 4 of them, we know who they are.
Yeah, the last one. And we can't figure out how to look at who the subscribers are. So,
hey,
shoot us a message. Shoot us a comment, something. Let us know what you think. And
we were going to send you each $1 some per piece for subscribing, but I guess not anymore.
Yeah, we're working on our merch. Red Wrangler Gang, or it could even just be Gang, or Red Wrangler, or just Wrangler.
Or RWG. That sounds kind of dirty. I like that. RWG Off-Road. That sounds good. That's beauty off-road shop.
Anyway, we're working with this.
We're working with things. So if you like us, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Who cares? I'll hit some button.
Tell us. Let us know.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all take care.